Masters. After that mixed doubles final, we turn our attention to women's singles, and Akane Yamaguchi, the #1 seed, up against the #4 seed Seyoung of Korea. Well, when we look at the road to Bali list at the moment, remember it's only the top 8 that qualify, but also remember that you're only allowed 2 players from one nation. I can tell you that Pornpui Chochuwong will go up to #1 because she was in the quarterfinal here, and it means that as long as she hits a shuttle next week at the Indonesian Open, she has qualified. Akane Yamaguchi, win or lose today's final, will go up to #2 from #3. Pusala Venkata Sindhu will remain at #4, and Seyoung, I can tell you, who's in the final, is currently at 14, but if she wins today, she will go up to #7. It's the same scenario whether she wins or loses today's final, so she will put herself into a qualifying position after this first week in Bali. Well, when we look at the women's singles draw from the quarterfinal stage, we had 5 seeds left. We lost 2 seeds in the very first round. Only 2 seeds in the bottom half of the draw at the quarterfinal stage. 6 different nationalities, because 2 from Japan, 2 from Thailand. But interestingly, no former champions or former finalists at the quarterfinal stage, and it was the only women's singles and mixed doubles across the 5 disciplines where we didn't have former winners or former finalists at quarterfinal stage. Semi-finals, we had 3 of the top 4 seeds, as you can see, plus Chaiwan. What a great tournament she had, because in the second round she beat the defending champion and 2-time winner, her teammate Ratchanok Intanon. But as you can see, the final nicely set up between the #1 and 4 seeds. And the first player called onto court is the #1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, in her 11th World Tour tournament final today. A 5th final at Super 750 level. 3rd final in 3 tournaments that she's played. She missed Saarbrücken, but she won in both Denmark and France. Her opponent, Seyoung, who was beaten by her opponent of today in a thrilling final in Odense at the Denmark Open, had to retire in the deciding game with injury and cramp problems, but I'm immediately looking at her right thigh muscle there, or hamstring. No strapping today, Morten. Do you see that?
There's a little bit at the front, I think, or inside of the thigh, but it's definitely less.
So as you saw there, this is the 8th meeting between these 2 players, and Akane Yamaguchi has won 4 of the previous 7, including the last 2. So not only the final of the Denmark Open, also the semi-final of the French as well. So the players change ends before the start of the warm-up period. Yamaguchi won the toss, but Morten, did she choose ends or did she choose serve?
She didn't. Seyoung chose ends. There is a little bit, I think Yamaguchi, she chose to serve, but there was a little bit of confusion.
So 24 years of age now, Akane Yamaguchi, born in Katsuyama City in Fukui, and she is a former world #1, as you can see. Total of 10 weeks as world #1 across 2 different spells, and as I was telling you, she will go up to #2 on the race to the World Tour finals. Her matches so far, well, in the first round she beat a beaten finalist here at the Indonesian Masters, Rusale Hartawan. Then she went to 3 games against Kim Ga-eun. Quarterfinal against the All England finalist Cho Wong. 3 games required there as well. And the semi-final against the reigning world champion Pusala Venkata Sindhu. That was very convincing indeed. So to the number 4 seed, Seyoung is currently enjoying her 3rd consecutive week at her career high of number 6. Making her 2nd appearance here, she was a quarter finalist last year, lost out to the eventual beaten finalist Carolina Marin. 6th World Tour tournament final for her, and that's pretty impressive considering she's still a teenager, and that's impressive too, isn't it? And the fact that all of her matches in 2 straight games. Jordan Hart of Poland, formerly of Wales in the first round, then Kosetskaya of the Russian Federation, then the beaten finalist from the French Open, Takahashi, and then that semi-final, as we've already mentioned, against Chaiwan of Thailand. So our court officials for this one from Indonesia and Iran. And we were talking yesterday, Morton and I, about the consistency of this lady, but I think the same applies to Yamaguchi.
Yeah, she is definitely playing very consistent.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Seyoung, Korea. And on my left, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. Akane Yamaguchi to serve, level, play.
So going for a 3rd title in 3 tournaments played, Akane Yamaguchi, the number 1 seed, far side of the court. And Morton not only checked the previous head-to-heads, I also checked head-to-heads in finals. And this is the 3rd meeting in a final. And when they have met in finals, the previous 2 have both been won by Akane Yamaguchi. Now, I don't know whether we can read anything into that or not really.
No, I don't think so. It's a new match today.
Yeah,
and it's very, very even balanced. Honestly, I wouldn't like to guess who is winning. You would think that Yamaguchi is having the upper hand, but when you play such a young player like Seyoung, you know, she can improve almost day by day. So you don't really know what's happening. Considering the playing conditions, chances are that we are treated to a long match. But let's see how it goes.
1.
Oh, that is incredible. What a shot from Akane Yamaguchi.
2, 3.
Looked like the most natural shot. But I am telling you, that one is not easy to play that fast.
Yep, just inside the line.
4, 2.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Morton.
Okay, let's have it.
If Akane Yamaguchi wins the final today, she will become the 2nd most successful women's singles player in the history of the World Tour, because at the moment DAIHATSU Ying has won 12 titles. Both Akane Yamaguchi and Chen Yufei have won 8, but Chen Yufei has been in 13 finals. This is an 11th final for Akane Yamaguchi. So on my ranking list, I don't know whether it's official, but
on Jill's
ranking list, she's currently 3rd because she's played less finals. So she's won the same number.
The same number, yes.
So if she wins, she becomes the 2nd most successful behind DAIHATSU Ying.
And then we just have to take into consideration over how many years.
Yeah, well,
I know you said the World Tour finals, and that means, of course, it started in 2018.
it is, but I do have a list, if you're interested, about Super Series, Grand Prix Gold and World Tour.
I know you have. I know you have.
Oh,
out.
that's... Oh, no,
And Seyoung challenges.
I thought that was in.
In.
I thought it was in, Morten.
I actually think it's out. It's very,
You
very
were in a
close.
better position.
I'm in a better position, but my instinct is telling me that that one was out. But so often we've been wrong, so don't listen to us. Nope, it's in.
Challenges unsuccessful. One challenge.
Well done, line judge.
Yes.
5-0.
Four straight points go into the lead. That's good follow-up.
Yeah, that's better.
Six.
The first
Oh.
match was just a downwards shot. That was not trying to win it, but the second smash was trying to win that shot, and then therefore we saw the follow-up.
That's wide.
7-6.
But I would like to see Seyoung play a little bit more aggressive. Just a tiny bit. That would suit her game nicely.
It's gone wide as well.
8-6.
Like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like that.
Lovely play.
9-6.
Yeah, on the line.
10.
Yeah, that tiny
Six.
little bit of strapping that Seyoung did have on her leg, you can see there, it's flapping loose.
Yeah.
She's just removed it.
So now you're right.
So now I am right.
Yes. That's out.
Oh, yes. Outmaneuvered her opponent, did Yamaguchi. Punch clear there. And then fast push into the deep backhand corner forces Seyoung to play the backhand. You were saying in the men's singles semi-final last night, don't play the straight drop from that deep
did.
backhand. Play anything else.
Anything else, yes.
You see, I was paying attention.
I'm really happy.
8-10. Four. 9-10.
Well, 4 straight points to get back level. And is that just sloppy from Seyoung?
A bit. I actually think she had a very good chance, you know, to close hit for 11, get a good, handsome lead. I think she made almost 4 mistakes. That's wide.
That's a 5th mistake. So, from 6-10 down, on a run of 5 straight points, Akane Yamaguchi has the 1-point advantage at the mid-game interval.
Yeah, definitely back in the match.
No question in my mind, so having seen the mixed doubles and the first half of the opening game here, the shuttles are playing faster today. Won Tak Meng, formerly of Malaysia, former player, coaching in Korea.
20
In
seconds.
his early days, he
20
actually
seconds.
played men's doubles with Jason Kidd.
Players back to the court.
Which was a very, very hard-hitting men's doubles, you know, on junior level and just in their very young senior years.
11-10. Play.
Another one that's gone wide. Now, we thought earlier
Seven
in the week
server.
that the drift,
11.
the
all.
sideways drift, was right to left, but is that 3 or 4 that Akane Yamaguchi has hit wide?
Yeah.
Which would suggest that maybe the sideways drift has changed a little.
I actually don't
that's
think
good.
I don't think it's changed. I just think that
12.
they were too
11.
far out to sort of bring that shuttle in, because I could follow the curve of that
Okay.
shuttle, and I still think there is a small drift sideways as well.
That's wide.
7 server. 12. Oh.
She was lucky to get away with that.
13. 12.
Took it late, indecision in her deep forehand corner.
Do you know what? Maybe you can help me to explain it if I'm not explaining it well enough, but I think both the players have learned a lot from the last 2 matches they've played. They have sort of tested one another on the physical. And it's been to the extent that, you know, cramp are setting in, they are lying on the floor, they can't move and all that. So I think they kind of agreed, both of them, that on the physical level they're quite even. So now this match is, I think they're trying more to outmaneuver one another. They're trying to play more quality badminton rather than trying to run it, because they know if they run it, it's going to be a 50-50.
Yeah.
It's just a feeling I have.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, that's quick. That's lovely play from Yamaguchi.
Yeah, of course Yamaguchi can play good attacking badminton, but a rally like that, it's not so often she would play it. And here she's playing it because I think she don't want to get into that long drawn match. And I actually think her opponent is feeling exactly the same.
Yeah.
7 server.
Well, there's the attacking style that you were hoping to see again, Morton.
Yeah. That's wide. Yeah.
7 server. 15. Oh.
Yeah, bit of frustration there for Yamaguchi.
Yeah, it was a simple mistake, not really forced.
Oh, that was interesting. That little push off the net, away from the net. Oh, that's brilliant.
That's really good.
What a super shot from Seyoung.
I think it's the attacking shot Seyoung has developed in the last year or so. First, when we saw her coming onto stage, we saw no attacking shots. We saw no winners, and I remember you and I, we discussed we need to see at least one or two from her.
Yeah.
And I think she has developed that one from the backhand corner cross.
Yeah. Well, that was a gift, that error. Gift to Yamaguchi, because Yamaguchi was on the back foot in that rally. Oh my goodness.
She's okay.
Good rally. Got to be the
good
longest.
pace.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain that's got to be the longest of the match so far. Yeah, there was the slip. She is okay.
Thank you.
So it was indeed the longest rally. 26 shots.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Really well played from Seyoung on the last shot at the net. Yeah, look at how tight that is.
Mm. Goodness me. After all that hard work, and literally fresh air's the shuttle.
Yeah,
How
but that
annoyed
shot,
would you
that
be?
shot there, the cross court from the forehand side, that's actually the one that's putting Yamaguchi into trouble in that rally. And from there, there's no way back.
Oh, that's wide. Yeah, she doesn't want to challenge when it's out.
No need for that.
No. So game point opportunities for Seyoung.
Oh, that's good.
That is brilliant. What a very good opening game from the teenager from Korea, Seyoung. Taking the opening game 21-17 in a game lasting just about 17 minutes. Well, she was the one who was dictating more of the pace, taking the shuttle early like that last cross-court net shot. And the reward is the opening game.
괜찮아. 계속 디펜 also 괜찮아. 오늘 굿 찬스 공격. 너 굿 찬스 디펜 괜찮아. 네, you easy. 백코트 리턴 찬스 오케이. 찬스 있죠.
Second game, low ball, play.
So Seyoung, one game to the good. And I don't know if you noticed more on the body language of the two players during the interval there. Seyoung was sitting down.
She was.
And it appeared that her coach was almost trying to sort of urge her to keep going, whereas Akane Yamaguchi was sort of prowling round, wasn't she? You know, sort of still on the move.
Ready to rock and roll.
I'm ready, like a little cat about to pounce on its prey.
But I'm not sure you can read anything into it.
No.
I think that Seyoung is looking strong today.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
And it's based on what you actually said as a closing remark to the first game, and that is that she's been quick. She has been sort of reaching shots very early at the net. She has been quick.
Yeah,
and it's looking good. But never underestimate, I would say, Yamaguchi.
No.
She is a fighter.
Yeah.
3-2.
That's an excellent lift from Yamaguchi. Yeah, down the line. Really well finished.
4-2.
Clever that she's not going cross court. Try to have a look at Seyoung. She is definitely covering that cross court. Well spotted, making sure that Seyoung can't really get out of trouble when Yamaguchi is smashing twice, perhaps even 3 times down the line. So well played.
I think we're more into the running game again.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes, I do agree. I've been thinking the same.
Service-over. 3-4.
Rallies are getting longer and longer.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Really well played by Yamaguchi.
Service server. 5,
I
3.
think perhaps she's found a gap in the defense of Seyoung.
It was very accurate though, wasn't it? It was threaded down the line. I think any player would struggle with the defense of that.
I agree with you on that, but still, it's happened, what, 3 times now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Play. Service server. 4, 5.
It's wide.
Yeah.
That's careless.
5, 0. Service server. 6, 5.
Yeah. Not the best of ideas.
No.
Service server.
Should have played that one down the line with a small disguise rather than going cross like this. Seyoung just waiting for it.
Yeah, once again, the lift or the clear down into the deep forehand corner of Seyoung not working for. There's another one.
Yeah.
I think she needs to change her tactic from trying to exploit. Not that that was really forehand, that was more towards the middle, wasn't it? But yeah, there's a change up. Yeah, nicely done. Of course, the short lift and the opportunity to play the winner.
7, 8.
But again, I like the instinct of Yamaguchi not going cross to the forehand side this time because it was an easy kill, and then go for the forehand to make sure that, you know, there's a variation in what she's doing, because I think she would definitely start attacking the backhand again.
There's another lift to the forehand corner.
Exactly.
Service server.
And it's getting her nowhere.
9, 7.
And Seyoung is really moving so well to that deep forehand corner today.
Yes.
There's another one.
Oh, that's nice.
Lovely. Lovely awareness and variation.
8, 9.
Well, she was under an awful lot of pressure from some very good punch clears earlier in the rally there. It was good play from Yamaguchi.
It's wide.
Service server. Okay. 10, 8.
So to the mid-game interval
11-8
with
interval.
a 3-point advantage. Yeah, another one wide. It's a great pity we can't hear what's being said by the coaches, isn't it?
Yes.
Because we would be able to understand Wong Tak-ming.
Yeah, we suspect that he's
11-8
speaking English to Seyoung.
play.
Well, he certainly was during the Denmark and French Open, wasn't he?
Can't even remember that.
That's going wide. Oh, he's taken it. And that one's long. And this is worrying times if you are an Akane Yamaguchi fan. Yeah. There's the smash down the backhand side once again, getting a weak reply.
Yes. It's actually a smash that Yamaguchi is using quite a lot, as and when she's playing PV Sindhu. It's working very well for her when she's playing the tall Indian player. That's the one again.
Nice cross-court net shot as well.
10-12. Wipe the court, please. Thank you.
Well, this is why you never give up on Yamaguchi, isn't it?
It is. She's got such a strong fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Hold. Wipe
And
the
now
court,
back
please.
level. The 4-point deficit has been closed.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
But it's important for Yamaguchi to carry on so often when you're down and then catching up. You kind of relax mentally, even though you don't want to do it. It just happens. And then the opponent is slipping away again. And
Yeah.
then you have to do another
13,
catch-up.
12.
So it's very important for Yamaguchi to, you know, stay focused and see whether she can create a little gap here.
Yeah.
Seven
I think
server.
Seyoung has got to
13-0.
try desperately to play something different other than a straight block from her backhand defence.
Yes. The thing is that Yamaguchi is really good following up as well, so even though Seyoung is getting it back, then she is still in trouble.
Oh, she's found the back line. That's very, very good control from Yamaguchi.
13.
Hitting with the drift. And it's in fact just inside the back line.
Yes.
That's great control. Not so much on that one.
Server, 14. Oh.
So who's going to create the gap?
It's a good rally. Rally. That's a shocking choice of shot. Dear me.
Well, it's great anticipation by young Seyoung.
Well, she didn't move. She just stayed there.
Yeah, but that's the same. That's also anticipation.
Yes. As I said a moment ago, rally's getting longer and longer. Longest yet at 29 shots.
Play.
That's it.
That's brilliant. Utterly brilliant.
7 server, 15.
She would have struggled to walk over there and place it any better. Look at that. Perfect. It's long.
16, 15. Seven server, 16. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's going down as a missed opportunity.
So do I.
Had all the time in the world to play that shot.
She's mismatched. There was a slight hesitation on her movement, wasn't there? Rather than the full commitment going forward. Oh, we can't see it. That's a lovely block.
18, 16.
So this is it. This is the point.
It is. Crucial, crucial rally. Oh, got the neck cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 server, 17, 18.
The match very much alive still, as Yamaguchi won that point.
Oh, good net shot. Yeah. All about angle.
18, oh.
And this time it was a perfect follow-up as well. Should that ever come back, try to have a look. She's already at the tape, almost before the shot is landing. That's wide, however.
7 server, 19, 18. Okay.
So now Yamaguchi have to watch out a little bit. She likes to play the back line on her return of serves. And now it's a new shuttle, which we normally consider as the faster shuttle.
Yeah, she knows that was a big miss. She read it once again, going to her forehand corner. And 19 all. Who's going to have the game point or the match point? That's brilliant. What an angle. And what super movement.
Nice time to bring up such a good shot, isn't it?
Yeah. So match point opportunity for Seyoung. And she's done it. And look at the sheer delight and joy for Seyoung. 21-17, 21-19, the margin of her victory over the #1 seed Akane Yamaguchi, reversing the results of both the final of the Denmark Open and semi-final in Paris at the French Open as well. Just shy of 40 minutes for the match, and that a fantastic victory for this lady, Seyoung, 21-17, 21-19, and a second Super 750 title after winning the French Open of 2019. This was the match point opportunity. The error on the forehand net shot from Akane Yamaguchi. Well, there was one or two errors from Yamaguchi today, but I have to say that I absolutely concur with you, Morten. I think that this young lady from Korea has got more winning shots. She was very, very quick today. Very quick, especially into her deep forehand corner. And that round the head cross-court smash, clip-down shot was one of the deciding factors.
Definitely. But I think Yamaguchi still have found a way for other players, if they are sort of studying this match, to see that there is a gap on that backhand defense of Seyoung. So something to be exploited.
Yeah. So for Seyoung, a second World Tour tournament title, and it's a second Super 750. Well, Akane Yamaguchi will have to wait to try again to overtake Chen Yufei in World Tour tournament results.
Check and souvenir will be presented
Gold medal
by Mr. Supranoto, Chief Executive Office, PT Astra International TPK, DAIHATSU Sales Operation.
And the prize money for the women's singles, the winner, $20,400 US, and for the winner, 42,000.
Photo session.
So a fourth World Tour title in total for Seyoung. Second 750.
Mr. Ben Yuniyama and Mr. Supramato, thank you very much.
So we look forward to our next final of the day, and it will be men's doubles, and the three-time defending champions Gideon and Sokomolyo are up against the World Championship silver medalists Hoki and Kobayashi of Japan. So 2 of our 5 finals have been completed. Next up is men's doubles. Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamolyo, the world number ones and the 3-time defending champions, are up against the World Championship silver medalists Takura Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi. Well, as far as the race to the World Tour finals here in Bali, our